Rob and Slim Show.
Hello. I was calling for the handsome man department. Is this the right number for that?
Yeah, you called in the right number. Where do we deliver us to, huh? Mona Shaikh, how are you, gorgeous? It's good. We're going.
Yeah, going. Same here, man. It's been the pandemic has been interesting because all throughout the pandemic, not only was I getting fatter, but also I was working away, sitting on my ass. So now all the hard work that I put in is beginning to pay off, and all the projects and all the good stuff is coming in. So I'm very happy.
Gotcha. I saw you recently toured with Jay Leno. That's pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a tour. So Proper's Comedy Club here, they brought me in to, first they asked me to come and feature for him, which was awesome.
Wow.
And then after that, they asked me to come and MC, where Jay Leno was the feature act and Daryl Hammond was the main headliner.
That's what I saw. Like, I didn't know if it was a tour, because I saw first Jay, and then I saw Daryl, so I didn't know if it was, like, something that went on for a while.
Yeah. It's I had 2 shows that I did with them, and wow. It was pretty fantastic. I had a great time.
So cool. Is he as much of a sweetheart as I would think? Like, he just seems like the greatest guy, Jay.
He is such a darling, and he's so professional and not creepy at all, which, as you know, in the stand-up world is so rare. He's lovely. He's a lovely, lovely human being.
Yeah.
And for me, the bar is so low for men. Like, as long as you're not creepy, you're like winning. You're just winning.
That's it. You're good. I know. I read your article. I read the article that featured you in Hollywood Reporter that talked about stuff. I was shocked. To read some of it. Like, it was rough.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize how bad things are behind the scenes in stand-up comedy for women. I mean, it's really bad. And I've been working on this documentary throughout the pandemic, and we ended up interviewing all these women that came forward, and just barely scratching the surface. We had some horrific stories that we heard. We had over 51 women come forward in a matter of 2 months.
Wow. Holy shit. Just you saying the guy wouldn't, like, leave you alone, like, forced you to give a phone number and then made stay there until he saw your phone light up that it was the right phone number and all. It was just
And
wow.
That was other stand-up comedians?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted to...
This is a very well-known stand-up comic and actor. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I kind of like, and I'm not going to say any names, but over the years, like, Rob and I have had comedians, like local comedians in live, and that was the one thing we noticed about a lot of them, is anytime we had a female guest on the phone, they would just get really creepy.
And right away, either on the mic or just in PMs on Twitter or whatever. Like, yeah. Just like, oh, I'm going to be in your town, and how do I get you backstage type of shit. Like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
The only comedian that we, like, honestly never have a problem with is one guy that's in Jersey and a female. That's awesome. Yeah. That's in Jersey. But, yeah, just, like, there's 2 over the years that, like, we would still consider a decent one to have on. Like,
yeah, I mean... There's, like, very rare, like, Patton Oswalt, who I opened for about 3 years ago.
I heard he's awesome.
He is just such a gentleman. Like, perfection.
One of my friends found his cell phone in a cab they got in years ago, and she brought it to his house, and she said he was just such a great guy. He, like, invited her to, like, stay and party, and she's like, I'm just dropping your phone off, Patton. So yeah, like, I heard he's like a real, like, sweetheart.
Honestly, we should just take Patton Oswalt and just clone him and just make a bunch of more Patton Oswalt comedians because it will just help improve the comedy community so much because he's just such a gem. He's awesome.
Yeah, I've heard he's
But
a
man,
great
some of these
guy.
other guys, holy shit, it's bad.
Oh, yes. Jesus Christ. What's one of your favorite moments of either on stage or off of working with Jay Leno?
You know, Jay, so it's funny, the first time I featured for him, we were all sitting backstage, and Jay was just so cool. And I was like, Jay, can I take a, it was like, I asked him, I was like, Jay, I just want to put this out there. I am up for adoption, if you are interested in adopting me. I am a grown child, so you don't have to take care of me.
Yes.
I would like to drive one of your cars if that's possible when you adopt me. And he started cracking up, and he was like, you know, because Jay doesn't have any kids. He's been married for like 40 years.
I didn't know he didn't have kids.
And I was like, yeah, he doesn't have any kids. Yeah, Jay doesn't have any kids.
Damn.
Yeah, he doesn't have any kids. And he's a sweetheart. You know, he's just such a nice guy. So I was just, and then I was like, Jay, can we take a picture together? And he was like, absolutely. Come on in. Let's take a shot.
Wow.
And the second time when I emceed, you know, I was on stage and he hadn't arrived and Daryl hadn't arrived. So I was like, oh no. So finally they lift me and I see Jay sitting in the corner. So Jay then gets up on stage as I'm handing the mic off to him. And he goes, you're very funny. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And it was funny because the intro I gave to Jay was that when I had moved from Pakistan at 15, you know, I would watch late night shows with Letterman and Leno. And I couldn't understand the references. I couldn't understand, you know, because I was new to the country and didn't quite have the cultural references and the, you know, like the pop culture references and stuff like that and political. And I said, you know, I learned so much about American culture watching Jay Leno. So here's Jay Leno, you know, and that was my intro for him. And he loved it. He was like, holy shit, because, you know, I feel like a lot of times, like a lot of the older veteran comics don't know like what kind of impact it make on younger comics, even if they're not of the same background or of the same gender, because he had such a profound impact on me.
Yes. Yeah, that's awesome. That's like a dream come true. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's totally. It's surreal. You know, sometimes like when I come to New York on November 17th, I'm opening for John Leguizamo.
Oh, wow. I didn't know he was still performing.
I didn't know he was still alive.
Well, Slim's a dick.
He's a young guy. What the hell? He's a young guy.
Yeah, no, I didn't know he was still out there. Like, I used to love John, and I used to love the movies he was in, and I loved his stand-up.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, see, he was in the Mario Brothers movie, right?
Was he? I don't know. I know he was in one of the Mask movies, and he was in a movie called Spun, which was just amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. I remember watching his one-man show that he did on HBO. I forget what the name was. I think it was Freak. I think the show was called Freak.
Yes.
And it had such. I mean, I remember watching. This is before me doing stand-up's even a concept. I remember watching John and just being taken by him. Like, wow, man. Look at the character work and just how involved he is and just the creativity and how funny he is. I mean, he's lovely. So I made the post that I'm going to be performing with him, and then he liked my post, and I was like, oh, my God, Jim Leguizamo liked my post.
That happened years ago. We talked about, in one of our segments, we talked about Mario Cantone, and he actually liked... because I had mentioned him in it on YouTube, and he liked he actually commented too and said he just laughed. He laughed so hard at what we said. Like, it was such a great feeling.
Yeah, it's so sweet. You know, for a lot of like immigrant kids like myself, you know, we didn't have like in the 90s and 2000s, like we didn't have people who looked like us on TV or even on radio. Like we didn't see that. So we looked up to Latino actors. We looked up to Black actors and actresses, like and comedians. Like that's who we looked up to because we were like, okay, well, you're not an immigrant, or maybe as a Latino you are an immigrant, and that's something I can relate to.
Or it's relatable.
I'm also an immigrant.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because the struggles are relatable. You know, just like the cultural references are very relatable. So. Like now you're seeing more and more brown faces on, you know, TV and all that place. But John Leguizamo was like that first person where I remember watching him and be like, holy shit, man, wow. You know, and now I get to perform with him. So it's surreal. It's surreal.
That is. Mona, what is your benefit for Afghanistan? Is that still going on or is that over?
No, it's over. Oh my God, it's so much work. I did that last week, and it beat the living shit out of me because it was just so much work. We did a comedy benefit for Afghanistan. You know, all these, I don't know if you guys know, but all these Afghan refugees that are coming in, you know, there's no money to put them up. Airbnb is offering them like 1 month of rent, and after that, they're pretty much homeless. Like, they have nowhere to go.
Wow.
If so, you have to come here as a refugee, figure out where you're going to live and how much money you're going to make in 1 month.
And in a month. Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, but I mean, it's good that we're offering the refuge, but yeah, like give somebody a couple months to get
more time. Yeah.
Especially you got a family, you got kids, you got to find a job, blah,
right.
blah, blah. Like,
right.
Wow.
You got to get acclimated to the new culture.
Yeah.
Like, you're trying to navigate your way. You're trying to figure out, like, rent in California is ridiculous.
I've heard you can work full time. I heard you can work full time and be homeless in California.
That's correct. That sounds about right. Yeah. I mean, it's brutal. I mean, homelessness in California is like none other in the country. It's like none other.
Wow.
I mean, you'll be going through overpasses, and it's just lines upon lines of homeless tents. And people just, you know, you could be like sitting outside at a fancy restaurant, and there's a homeless person sleeping right outside, right there.
Wow.
And it's just so bad. And, you know, Governor Newsom got recalled, and, you know, of course, he got voted back in. So I hope these guys really do their job. I hope Governor Newsom steps his game up. I hope Mayor Garcetti steps his game up. But they're not. I mean, homelessness is fucking out of control here.
Yeah. How do you recall a governor? I didn't even know that was possible.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you can recall 100% if they're not doing their job.
Oh.
And then, you know, I mean, look, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm a registered independent. You know, I'm conservative about certain things, and I'm liberal about other things.
I feel like most people are.
Me, it's like,
yeah.
huh?
I feel like most people are. Like the average person is a mix. They're not one way or the other.
I agree. I 100% agree. I mean, they were talking about that this was a Republican agenda. I'm like, I'm not a Republican. I have no agenda. My agenda is take care of your fucking citizens. That's my entire agenda. Take care of your citizens.
Yes.
You know, we pay so much taxes.
That's what I was saying to Slim earlier.
Dispensary today. Say that again.
I was sorry to cut you off. I was saying that to Slim earlier, and a lot of our jobs out here and across the country has raised the wage. So these states and the federal government should be getting more money out of us because they're getting more tax money.
Yeah.
Like, so how are
But
things
listen, if you
still this bad?
Yeah, but even if you raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, just do the math on that. 15 times 40, you're making what, $28,000 a year? So you take home $24,000. Your cheapest rent here is like at least $1,500 to $2,000. How are you supposed to live and eat?
And then,
That's not livable wages.
No.
And on what kind of fuzzy math is this? It's fuzzy math. It's stupid. You can't say that, and then people are like, well, if you raise minimum wage, then all the other expenses goes up. No, they don't. You're just talking about greed. You're talking about corporate greed. You're talking about people saying, hey, I don't want to share my money with the people that I employ. I want to pay the minimum, and however they survive, that's on them.
Pay the minimum, get the maximum. Yeah, and all that. And I was also, I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head. I was telling Slim earlier about the guy from Florida. I don't know, is he a senator? The one that voted against the infrastructure bill. That he was also one of the top 5 like most corrupt businessmen.
You talking about DeSantis?
Yes.
DeSantis is the worst.
Yeah, right? He voted against the infrastructure bill.
Like he looks like he wants to let a fart out, but he can't.
Yes.
Doesn't he look? Every time I'm just like, are you holding a fart in? Just let it out already, because you're destroying your state.
The global warming affects Florida the most. And he still voted against the bill.
And that's because of farts. All these farts.
It's all the farts. It's all the farts.
It's all the farts, man.
Hashtag all the
Floridian
farts.
farts. Floridian farts. Ridiculous. Yeah, DeSantis is horrible. Oh, why? Fucking Governor Abbott is a fucking fine in Texas banning abortion? Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry not to be crass about this. He's wheelchair bound. Like, this is the shit you're gonna stand up for? This is like banning abortion?
Yeah. Or I think
this
it's
is all you got. You
well,
have nothing else to fight for.
Was it West Virginia?
Like, I don't get it.
Was it West Virginia or Virginia? One of the guys there was like made a big deal about transgender people in sports. Like, really, that's your focus right now. Like, let's take care of some real issues.
These are the strange hills they want to die on. You know, for me, whenever somebody talks about such homophobic or transphobic comments, I'm just like, do you want to sleep with a trans person?
Yes, or be
a
one?
gay person? Because where does this come from?
Yeah.
This level of hate and anger towards already a marginalized group. They're already getting killed every single day. What is your problem?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. That's it.
You know, it's like if you want to bang a trans person, go bang a trans person. But don't fucking come up with these weird fucking excuses to be like trans people should be banned. Fuck you. You want to go bang a trans person? Go bang a trans person. Okay, just don't say this shit. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Just do it. Get it over with.
Yeah, just get it out of your system. Don't be a Floridian fart. Let it out.
Let it out. Let it out loud and proud.
So over these people. It's ridiculous. It's just so absurd. But yeah. Sorry. Is this conversation getting serious today? I've been up since 6:30 this morning doing interviews after interviews. Like maybe yeah.
Wow,
you're hitting it big time. I like it.
Mona, damn, you just
nonstop.
Yeah, nonstop.
Bro,
wow.
It has been nonstop today. Do you guys know Cheddar News? Do you know what that is? Cheddar News?
No. Cheddar?
It's a cheese,
Cheddar.
right?
Yeah, it's a big like a cable news network.
No.
And they interviewed me today because I have two of my shows at the New York Comedy Festival. So they had me, and of course, they brought me in for the Hollywood Reporter article.
Man, I feel like we, even if we did another season, we probably wouldn't get you. You're going places, Mona.
Let's not get crazy, Rob. I don't forget where I come from, okay? I don't forget that I came from Jersey City. I don't forget.
I was going to ask you, Mona,
JC, baby.
as a comedian, what's the worst crowd you've ever performed for?
Oh, my God. The worst crowd to perform for?
Crowd or, incident, anything. Anything that sucked. Like, they just didn't get it.
The worst crowd I ever performed was for my people, like a Pakistani group.
Really?
There were these older aunties and uncles. This lady hired me, and she was like, I want to empower the women, and you are a female comedian, and we want you to come and perform. And I was like, okay, this is going to be fun. And I show up, and they had some singer from Pakistan who's like very famous. I didn't know the guy, so I was just like, all right, bro, I don't listen to your music, but whatever. And I'm in the middle of doing my set. Nobody cares, okay? I'm doing my set. Nobody gives a shit about my set. Aunties and uncles are annoyed. They're like, who's this idiot on stage? Get her off stage. In the middle of my set, I'm barely 10 minutes in. They send a person on stage to be like, hi, can you stop doing your comedy so the singer can come and do the singing? I'm not kidding.
I thought you were going to say the singer just started singing, but still, that's just as bad. Oh, my God.
Listen, I wouldn't... Who does that? If you did that to me at a comedy club, like, I'll push you off stage. I'll be like, get the fuck off my stage right now. Are you kidding me?
Wow. They asked you to come on, and they were just so appalled. But they asked you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because all these older aunties were like creaming their pants, looking at this younger guy who's the singer, and while their bald, busted ass husbands were sitting next to them, who probably haven't fucked them since fucking Abraham Lincoln was president, and they're just fucking miserable, and they're out like staring at this young singer, like fucking, fucking drooling and creaming their pants. Like, get the fuck out of here right now. And they're like, can you come back and do comedy? I'm like, I went back on stage and I just started roasting everybody.
Yes, you back. They were like, can you come back?
Come back? The fucking audacity. Can you believe this shit? I'm like, you motherfuckers, get the fuck out of here right now. And I just went up. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, fuck y'all. I just fucking started roasting everybody. It was great.
Oh, that's so great. That's so great.
Like, fuck you guys. I don't care.
Wow. Oh, goddamn, Mona. You're the best. You're the best.
Oh, you're the best. You're the best. It's always nice catching up with you guys. So what are you guys like? Has things slowed down with the pandemic in Jersey for you guys? How has it been?
It's weird.
It seems, I don't know. Like, companies are requiring the mask for people, but the government isn't. So I feel like it is slowing down, and things are going to be probably pretty soon totally back to normal.
See, I don't know. I was just last week was just at a funeral from my mom's mother-in-law just passed from COVID. So, I mean, it's still out there. It's still affecting people. We're just in a weird hopefully it's over, but it seems like it's not. It's still there.
Yeah. It's weird.
And you know what the sad part about COVID is? It's not taking out the people it should be taking out.
Right, yeah.
Like Mitch McConnell, Marjorie Taylor Greene, still out there fucking thriving.
Trump.
Coulter.
Trump's still bitching.
DeSantis,
Yeah.
Trump, Governor Abbott, entire Trump family. None of those motherfuckers are dying. They're perfectly fine. You know?
Yes. So what gets me the maddest, though, Mona, is week to week, still seeing the anti-vaxxers on their podcasts or their shows, downplaying it and encouraging people. Even Tucker Carlson, don't get vaccinated. Like, why? Let's all get vaccinated. Like, you have an audience.
He's vaccinated.
But that's what I was wondering.
He got his vaccination.
He actually admitted, because I didn't think he did.
Yeah, I heard that he talks about, I think it was him who talks about getting vaccinated, if I'm not mistaken, and then he's telling people not to get vaccinated.
Yes.
I must confess, this is kind of like survival of the fittest. Like, it's Darwinism, right? Yeah. Like, if these people don't want to be vaccinated, don't get vaccinated. It's fine. The 405 is going to open up a lot more. There'll be less people at the club. There'll be less people at the bar. Like, less douchebags to deal with. So
yes.
Knock yourself out. Don't get vaccinated. Have an incubator in your mouth. And when you're dying, look to the doctor and tell him, it's not really COVID. It's not real. And the doctor's like, you are correct, but you are also going to die now. Bye-bye.
Give me the horse dewormer.
Yeah, give me the horse roll. Give me the bleach so you can fucking chug it down my fucking lungs. How about that? Ridiculous.
Yeah.
These people are, and you know what the sad part is, Rob? I was talking to this guy. I had an interview with this radio station in India this morning. And I was talking to him and I'm like, hey man, like, how has the COVID situation been for you guys? I know it's been really bad. He goes, we had 300,000 cases a day. In May, 300,000 cases in one day, every day. That's how high their numbers were, and people there were like, "Give us a vaccine, just jab us."
Yeah,
right?
They
People
don't have the amount.
They're like, "Fucking jab us."
They don't have the amount of vaccines we do. We've had at least 725,000 Americans have died from this. Like, so yeah,
That's
like,
correct.
I feel like most of the other countries
people in other countries are like, jab us. And these assholes who have all the vaccines and all the access are like, we don't want it.
Yeah, no, what? Yeah. I need my freedom.
Hey, you are free to dig yourself a grave. Knock yourself out.
God damn. Mona, it's been a pleasure. It always is. It always will be. You're amazing.
Oh, same here. Same here. Thank you so much for having me as always.
Thank you, Mona. Where can everybody find you?
They can find me, well, I have my shows at the New York Comedy Festival, so I hope your listeners are going to come out to hear my profane laced mouth. The shows are on November 10th at 8 p.m. at the West Side Comedy Club and November 13th at Caveat downtown. They can go find me at Mona Shaikh, SHAIKH.com, or they can also buy the ticket at minorityreports.com.
Hell yeah, Mona. We will definitely still be in contact. Either way, you're still amazing, and I love the fact that we connected.
Yeah, same here. Same here. I hope to meet you when I finally come to New York.
That'd be awesome. Likewise.
Yes,
we gotta definitely meet up.
I appreciate it, you guys. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure.
Take care, Mona.
Have a good one, Mona.
Thanks. You too. Thanks.